Why does everyone hate you?
But I'm just like a very hateable person.
What is your Mount Rushmore of emo bands?
I just don't know what if we call I'm gonna call Paramore emo. Every time we use the word goth dommy mommy, it's this combination of words. How do you take that seriously? I feel like I'm very privileged to have people who listen and care about me. I'm just a normal ass dude who's just chasing a dream.
Hey, it's me, Jesse Lee, and I've already messed up. You know, today is Wednesday. I promised last week that I was going to put these podcasts up every Tuesday, but you know, I'm not a man of my word, unfortunately. You know, my kid got sick last week, then I got sick. We're all down with this sickness, but we're here today. That's all that matters. And we're here today with the pop punk and emo artist TX2. This guy gets a ton of hate, a lot of criticism on TikTok and Instagram, so we're going to dive into that. But I don't know if it's justified or not. I don't think it is, but you let me know what you think. We also dive into a little bit of drama surrounding one of his latest singles. It sounds a little similar to another scene band, so I'm gonna get into that, see where the connection is. We talk about his new song that is out today. In the podcast, I say that the song is coming out tomorrow because again, this episode was supposed to be up yesterday. But the song we talk about in the podcast is out today. It's called So Numb. So when you're all done listening and watching here, make sure to go stream, download the crap out of his new song, share it on your story, whatever. Speaking of, if you're watching on YouTube, please hit that little thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. If you're listening or watching on Spotify, if you're one of the thousands of people watching and listening on Spotify but are not subscribed or following the podcast for whatever reason, please, you know, find a little second of your day, find a millisecond of your time to hit that follow button. Helps the show out a lot, doesn't cost you anything. And you know what? If I see you in public, show it to me. I'm gonna give you a high five, you know? I'm gonna give you a big old, right there. I'm gonna plat one right on you. All right, let's get into it. All right, so I like to start these with a risky question, something to divide fans, divide the listeners right off the bat, okay?
Let's do it.
When it comes to chicken wings, are you going boneless wings or bone in?
Ooh, I love bone. I love me some bone. I'm gonna go bone. I like to, you know, all over
lick those bones
bone.
clean,
you know what
baby.
I'm saying? Yeah, what my question is now for you, boneless or bone?
Oh, I gotta go bone in, baby. Boneless or just chicken nuggets?
Yeah,
Those
bone.
are just chicken
you know
nuggets,
what I'm
dude.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah. What flavor wing guy are you?
I don't have a preference. Barbecue. I like everything barbecue. But like I'll take any kind of wings.
Oh yeah.
What about you?
Same. Yeah. There's very few chicken wings I've met that I want to eat. You know, I'm probably all about the hot wings, but yeah. So first, real question here.
Hit me with it.
What we really need to dive into: why does everyone hate you? What is up with that? I mean, I love you. I think you're awesome, and you obviously have a ton of fans. But like, the negativity you get on your like TikTok and Instagram is just like unreal, man. Like, what do you think like produces that?
I think there's a combination of a lot of things, like a perfect storm. I think for starters, it's been like a trend for emo bands to be hated on their come up. And I've talked with a few of my like friends who are actually in successful bands. And actually, one of my producers is named Matt Good.
Okay.
At First to Last, right?
Yeah.
And I really look up to him, and he's helped me a lot. And he always explains to me that when First to Last was on their come up, everybody called them a poser. Everybody hated them. And the same thing with like My Chemical Romance. When My Chemical Romance was on their come up, you know, it wasn't cool to like My Chemical Romance if you actually liked My Chemical Romance back before they had their reunion, right? So it's the same thing. I would assume a combination of that, a combination of I am like openly like very bisexual and very open about my beliefs on things, and I usually don't care about how I'm perceived, which means I have strong opinions that people will probably disagree with, which probably makes them mad, right? And like the reason I bring up the bisexual thing is there's a lot of closeted people in the world who don't like someone who's like open and embracing that, but that's not all the hate, right? There's just so many different types of hate I get. So I think it's that, B, C, a lot of local bands, which is good for life. That just seems to be a common trend. I see a lot of like most of the accounts, especially whenever Hopeless does a cross post with me. We post knowing that the comment section will blow up with hate, and it's always
Yeah.
from bands that are like, "You signed them, but you won't sign me," which is just like
Oh,
life.
like
So
jealous.
right, 1, 2, 3. And then number 4 is I just don't really care about how I'm perceived, and I
Mhm.
spent so much of my life being bullied that like in high school I was the SoundCloud rapper everybody thought would never make it, and I used to be like the joke of my entire school system. Then I went to a music school where I was a bunch of jazz kids who thought I was lame for doing pop punk. And then now it's just I don't know what it is about me, but I'm just like a very hateable person, and I guess I just don't make my music for the people that are trying to be cool. I make music for people who feel the same way as me. So I just don't really care. So
Yeah.
if anything, I lean in on it. A lot of times I like post like, is this the hardest metal song ever? It's not like I actually think that.
Right.
I just know that that'll like upset people. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, if I am destined to be hated, I might as well lean in on it and take advantage of what I am. Do you know what I'm
Well,
saying?
yeah, I mean, because you will never ever get 100% of everyone to love you, but you can easily get some people to hate you just like by doing what you want to do. Because like again, people are going to find a reason to like shit. And like I know there's obviously serious subject matter to your songs, but to me, it's like you're having fun a lot of times. A lot
Yeah.
of when you say this is the hardest rock song of 2024, or whatever,
Yeah.
yeah, like obviously this isn't fucking like death metal or
Right.
like
Definitely. No. It's definitely all about having fun. It's
yeah.
like you get one life, and I have ever since I was a kid said I would tour the world one day, and I'm gonna chase this dream to the full extent. So I'm gonna have fun with it. I'm gonna just keep doing it, and if people hate me, that's probably for the best. It's
Yeah.
like you don't know if you're making real art if 50% of the people hate you and 50% of the people love you. But if everybody loves you, is it really art?
I always say that if everyone loves you, then not enough people know about you because it's impossible. There's no way.
Yeah,
And
I would definitely agree with that.
yeah, I mean the hate is so odd because like it's just like such it comes from such like a gatekeepy spot too. It comes from like all these like people who are like real emos, and then you have the other side of the people, the other side of the fence, like the real metalheads that like really like they tie their identity so closely to their music, which is fine. But like to say like no one else that doesn't fit their view of that is allowed to be a part of it, it seems very odd to me.
Yeah, I agree completely. It also makes me a little sad because I would have thought that the alternative community, and in my head when I was younger, because I really wasn't as in like so I'll tell you a quick story. When I was in middle school, I had my emo phase. My first ever album I got was the Black Parade, and then I started like diving more into the used, and then I started going down the wormhole of like all of the emo bands, right? In middle school, and then I kind of got bullied out of it. In high school, I had like a normal phase because everybody, bullied me. And I was like, well, maybe if I look more like them, they'll stop bullying me. And I was wrong. But the point being, I always had this image in my head that the alternative community would be really welcome and open because I was like, well, this seems like a group of people who are outcasts who can take care of each other. But I was definitely, in some ways shocked that that wasn't the case because yeah, a lot of the alternative community, not all of it, obviously, but is like gatekeepy, like unless you were specifically who knows what rules that they have.
Yeah.
I don't even think there is rules. It's like because I could name a lot of artists who are considered posers, including myself. That like I've been emo for as long as I can remember. I sure I had a normal phase, but like I've been emo. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like what is a poser? You know what I'm saying? They just love to hate. I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying
Oh,
here?
100%, man. I mean, we saw that firsthand with
Yeah.
MGK. Like that dude didn't he did not get the pass from the
Yeah,
alternative community. Which
Yeah, I know, which is crazy too, because that he is like 2014. He was also doing Warp Tour,
mhm.
right? And he's like, yeah, just how it
Did you
is.
see his new
Sad.
look he debuted?
Yeah, honestly, I will never be caught hating on another artist, as long as in my head they're like not a horrible person,
Right.
and I think it looks dope. I kind of think he looks cool.
Yeah.
I think I met him once, and he was really nice to me.
Oh, nice.
So I go by how I know people in person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I would never do the blackout tattoo. I don't really think I don't like the way they look, but I like it is like very impressive to me that someone will sit through that, because that and then to have that like on you forever, like somebody like comment that looks like he got a crop top tattooed on him, you know, like which is
I know people so, but like I think about if you're altering your body to that much, there must be some sort of meaning behind it, right? Like maybe who knows what he's actually going through in his personal life.
Yeah, anyone listening that is unaware, MGK just did a whole blackout tattoo from most of his upper body, covering up a lot of his Cleveland tattoos too. Unfortunately, you know, that hurts more than.
Are you from Cleveland?
I am. Yeah.
Are you an MGK fan?
I am. Yeah, I do like MGK. I never really got into his rap stuff a lot because he was obviously from around here, and like so I knew about him on the come up, and I just never really got into his rap stuff. And then I liked his his rock and pop punk stuff a lot more. And then like obviously he has cringy moments, but it's like every artist does, and like I think a lot of people take him way too seriously too. Again, it's back to what we were talking about. Like, I think he has fun, and a lot of people like are just way too serious, and they just can't accept it. You know, it's a bummer.
Yeah, I think it's just really hard to make music that is like really has a really clean mix, very compressed, and very like I guess catchy and not get hated, right? It's like the whole Nickelback, Green Day, Machine Gun Kelly, even Bring Me the Horizon. Back when That's the Spirit was,
Right.
It's everyone was like, this is the worst. They've gone pop, right? But like, what's wrong? It's still dope.
Yeah,
what's wrong with it?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I guess getting the metalheads angry, I saw you did a Linkin Park video this past week.
What was it? I did. I was just having fun. I was like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna have. I was a huge fan of Linkin Park growing up, and Chester Bennington was definitely a big influence for me. And I was like, I'm just gonna make a cover for fun.
Yeah.
And then of course it upset everyone, but I mean, I didn't really care too. People were like commenting about how like Chester would like be so disappointed in this. I was like, that is like the craziest thing to say about a dead person.
Yeah, like
do you know what I'm saying? Like
for him.
That is so disrespectful. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I'm just trying to make art, have fun, and live my life. You know.
I always laugh whenever a fan will say something like that about an artist that passed away, like. And will say like this artist would never stand for this. He'd be so against. It's like, how do you know? You don't know.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
There was that one girl who she did like, I can't remember exactly what it was, but she did like a trombone cover of Metallica or something like that. And
that's sick as fuck.
It was great. And somebody commented like, Metallica would hate this. They would never be into this. And James Hetfield commented, and it's like, we don't agree with what this guy's saying. We 100% support this cover. Yeah. This is awesome. Like. Again,
that's savage.
Yeah, people try and speak for a whole. I mean, it's one thing to like. One of my biggest pet peeves is when somebody posts something, like an artist like yourself posts something, and someone will say like in the comment section, like, we don't accept him in the alternative community, or as a we don't claim this in the rock community. Like one person tries to speak for the entire genre. It's like, dude, you don't decide what everyone else gets to listen to. Like,
I know, dude. It's really sad. I don't know. I assume it's just that people are very insecure and they like to push their insecurities onto others.
Yeah.
You know, and it's the crabs. I think it's the crabs in a bucket theory. You know that whole like phrase about when, I don't know, people don't like to see others succeed. It's really sad.
Yeah. What is like the crab like pulls down the other crab or something?
Yeah. Well, if you put a bunch of crabs in a bucket, right? Like one like whenever one starts trying to come out, all the other crabs will start pulling the other crab down. Right? It's been, I've seen this like over and over again in my life, from playing in a local scene to moving to Miami, now LA, all of these. It's the same thing I see time and time again. But every successful artist I have met so far has been nice, open, and had no problems. It's the only time is when you get the people who feel like they probably aren't successful in their own head, that they have problems with other people being successful.
Well, you know what's ironic too is a lot of those people being super negative in the comment section. If you ran into them at a show or on the street, they would have nothing but nice to say. Oh, dude, TX2, I see you on TikTok all the time. I always see your videos.
Dude, I have never had someone say something negative about TX2 to my face. No. To this day, never once. I mean, actually, one time. And the one time I had it, it was with a band I was touring with, and I liked them, and so it's nothing against them. But one of their members was Oh, honestly, I thought you were going to be a dick and I was going to hate you when you came on this tour, but I'm glad I got to know you. And I was like, okay, honestly, tell me
That's
why
real.
you
That's real
thought.
life.
Yeah, I was like, okay, great. Tell me why you thought that. And then he's like, well, and he like couldn't come up with anything. I was like, you got to give me, like, if you're going to make that statement, tell me why you thought it. It's like, well, because, I guess honestly, I'm a little older and you're like, good looking and on the come up right now. So like, it's just really easy. Said that word per word. I cannot make that up. And I was like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, dude, being attractive can have a hindrance on people liking you sometimes.
I don't think it has the emphasis of that was not the attractive. I think I'm just an average dude, but it's more like
Oh, come
like
on, you're above
people
average,
don't want to
boy.
see someone young on the come up. What's that?
I said, come on, you're above average, boy. You don't gotta lie to me.
Oh, thanks, man. Hey, you too, man. You too, bro. You
Oh,
rock the beard,
oh,
dude.
hey.
I can't even grow facial hair like that, man.
But dude, you got it on top. You got it on top at least. So you got me in there.
Yeah, but I don't have it on the bottom. You know what I'm saying? You get one or the other.
That is true. Yeah, we got, together we'd be a fully haired
yeah, dude. Especially facial hair is like trendy right now. I on Hinge, I keep seeing people say like looking for mustaches, and I'm SOL.
Like that's it. Like that's the only prereq.
Yeah, dude. No, I'm serious. It's very common. It's very so like honestly, dude, you got a leg on me.
All right. Well, if I ever need to check out Hinge, then I got the mustache.
yeah. It's a whole nother conversation. But yes.
Oh man. All right. One last piece of drama before, and then we can get into like the new music. So I know that's what's really important, but I gotta know because this is a kind of a recent topic. People are saying you ripped off "Get Scared" with your song "Black Wedding." Did you anticipate that at all when you wrote the song and put it out?
No, but I was like, huh, it's like blowing up off that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I love Get Scared. I'm a huge fan. And when I was writing it, I when you're writing songs, you're just like going off a feeling, and like it's this note do 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 for that, and also it's just the pre-chorus of the song.
Right, it's not like, in the main hook.
I wasn't thinking about it when I wrote it, and I love Get Scared. Yeah. But it's blowing us up, Yeah,
I mean, when I heard it, I didn't think it sounded like I definitely when I heard it, I wasn't like, oh, that's the Get Scared song. Like it had to be pointed out to me through someone's TikTok, and I was like, then I saw the comparison. But again, to me, it kind of just sounds like a song in that vein of Get Scared and like Set It Off, like that kind of like theatrical emo pop stuff, and like I didn't,
definitely,
it's not the same. I hate to do the
and there's
the
also
Vanilla Ice thing where it's like do 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 do, but it's different,
Right. It's there are actually technically different notes on the scale, different keys, but the other thing is I don't know. There's only so many notes.
Yeah,
I love this music. There's like bound to be like things that sound similar. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, 100%, 100%. Does all the negativity like ever? I mean, I know creator burnout is obviously a thing. We all experience it, but does it ever get to the point where it's like I don't want to fucking make a video today? Like or do you just do not let it get to you?
No.
That's awesome.
Never. I feel like I'm very privileged to have people who listen and care about me. I'm just a normal ass dude who's just chasing a dream. So the fact that I even have people talking about me means I have a once in a lifetime opportunity I should take full advantage of every single day. And I have said it in my head. I will tour the world one day. And I'm telling you this right now. And you're invited to any show you ever want to come to.
Oh yeah.
One day it'll happen, but it's just, because I have this privilege and this momentum, I can never overthink it. I need to ride with it and be grateful for it every single day.
That's an excellent way to think about it. Yeah, because I mean, you just got to keep the train moving too. Like if you stop and dwell on it too much, you get kind of paralysis and you don't end up doing anything.
Dude, I think a lot of bands would kill to be hated like this. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like I am lucky. I'm very, very, very privileged. Very, very thankful for it. I love feeding into it. I understand that all of my favorite bands were hated. Like I'm a huge fan of, honestly, all of my top favorite bands had a phase where they were hated. So I was like, yes, we're on that stage.
You're right though. There are a lot of bands that would kill for the opportunity to get the exposure that you get, whether it's negative or positive or not, because again, people are talking about you, and it's like
definitely
the whole adage, like the opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference. You don't want people to be indifferent towards you.
Absolutely. I'm sure. Do you get a lot of hate as a podcaster?
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you get I'm sure you. It's probably this. It's the same game all around in entertainment, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like people again. Like I'm not talking about like medicine or like politics or anything like that. Like if people are getting pissed at me because I'm literally talking about Metallica and I'm not saying it the way they want. I'm not talking about it the way they want me to talk about it. Like, you know, or like my opinion about the new like fucking I don't know Slayer reunion is not like in line with what they. You know, it just people again.
It's crazy. Dude.
They hold their personality to their likes so much that like when you criticize something they like, it feels like you're criticizing them, and they take it very seriously. It's it's unfortunate, but again,
Facts.
A lot of times like same thing. I'm having fun with it, dude. When I'm making this content, I'm talking about. I'm doing music news, but like I'm doing dick jokes and fucking having fun with it. Like it's not serious, you know. And like people they'll take it seriously. I'll say something and they'll try to call me out. And I was like, dude, I was smiling when I said it. Did you not get that it was a joke? Like obviously.
Oh, bro, dude, you're preaching to the choir, dude. A lot of TX2's blow up was off comedy skits, and in my head that I just had fun with, and people get so upset over a joke. Like for example, every time we use the word goth dommy mommy, it's this combination of words that like really upsets the internet. But like, first off, I've never called someone that. I would never say that. It's like it's a funny term. You were laughing when I said just that word. It is like how do you take that seriously? I don't know. But you know, the death of humor is the moment we can't make jokes. So at all times we need to all be able to make jokes.
Yeah, like I'm gonna start calling myself music news daddy just to see how people feel about that. I feel like that'll rouse some people.
You should. People are gonna. Oh, dude, all the music news daddies online will be very upset by you saying that.
Say Jesse Lee, aka music news daddy, here for the.
And then there's gonna be a Stitch video that's like, I cannot believe that Jesse Lee used news daddy, you know, and then like they're gonna go on my news daddies have been appropriated for the last year. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah.
So what can you tell me about the new song? It's called So Numb, right? It's dropping next week.
Yes. So Numb. We worked with Matt Good on So Numb, and it's honestly kind of a step into more of the metalcore genre. I guess it's a much harder song than Burn in some ways, and Burn was like emo rock. Who knows what genre that was? We wrote the song actually after okay, my guitarist over there. I just want to, before I give any personal information, I want to look over.
Good, no worries.
So his mother passed away.
Okay.
And we wanted to write a song kind of like in dedication to her. And then I've also been in one of my first bands I ever played in. One of our singers died in a car accident.
Oh wow.
And so, which also is like one of the many reasons I started like and really pushed it. Like there's a lot of nuance to this, but we've just dealt with a lot of grief and death in our lives, and we wanted to write a song about how it just feels like we're getting so used to death and becoming numb to it.
Wow.
So we wrote a song about it. And in my head, a lot of my songs have been me putting out opinions that I think were hot takes that I stand by, but that I knew would upset people. And in this case, this song has no hot take, no catch to it. I think it is musically the best thing I've ever written, down to like over the years I've been learning so much about songwriting and applying different things, and it is a true to the genre piece of art that I've created that I'm really proud of. And I'm hoping that if all this attention from Burn, all the people who hate on it, give the song a chance, maybe they'll understand, you know, what my goal is with TX2.
Is it going to be you says it's going to be heavier than Burn though?
Yeah, it's very similar to I don't even know. It's like a mix of My Chemical Romance and Bring Me the Horizon and Bad Omens and all of the like metalcore. You know, like it takes little influences, but in a TX2 kind of way.
Very cool. I'm excited to hear it, man. Is it going to be part of?
I'll send it to you after this if you want.
Please do. I would love to. Yeah. Is it going to be part of actually when this podcast drop, because it's dropping next Friday?
Sweet.
Is it dropping next Friday, the song?
Oh, I thought you said the podcast.
No,
Wednesday. It drops Wednesday. The 28th.
Okay, so this podcast will be out. Should be, I mean, fingers crossed, as long as my schedule works, it should be out the day before your song drops. So
Perfect.
Yeah. But yeah, if you're listening to this now, go find TX2's site and pre-save their song because it's coming out tomorrow.
Thank you for saying that.
But so yeah, is this all leading towards like another EP or a full album?
It'll be the debut album this year. This is the second single. Burn is the first single. So Numb is the next. And then every month, or just about every month, we're going to put out a new single leading up to the album dropping end of the year. And in my head, I believe in this album that I'm willing to bet my life on this album that this will stay for years, and I think it will change. It will make a big impact.
Hell yeah! And this is your debut on Hopeless Records, right? The
debut on Hopeless, debut album. This is like, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. Are you in? You're not in LA.
I'm in
right?
Cleveland, actually. Remember, you were in town. I texted you because we were in town in Cleveland the night after I was DJing a gig at that same venue you were playing the following night. I don't know if you remember. I was texting you.
Yeah. Dude, man, I was like, I wish I could just show you this album. I mean, I'm going to just send you some stuff.
If
I think
you're
going to really like it.
I'd be down. I won't leak it. I promise. I'm trustworthy.
I trust you.
So do you have any more tours in the works right now, or is that still kind of in the process being built?
I'm about to go on tour, and actually, if you want to come out to a show in March, I'm playing Cleveland.
Oh, sick.
I think. Is Mahal's in Cleveland?
Yeah, Mahal's, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep. We're playing Cleveland in March. I'm about to do a tour with No Offense. And then playing festivals like Welcome to Rockville, Sonic Temple, So What? And then I think we have 2 more tours that aren't announced that we're going to do as well. And then hopefully, actually, it's probably going to happen. We're playing UK and Australia as well.
Oh, wow. Awesome. Will that be your first time going over there?
Yeah, dude, first time leaving the country. Have you ever been to the UK?
No, the only place I've ever been outside of the US was Mexico. And I got a resort, so I don't know if it really counts, but yeah, that was it.
I've never been to Mexico. That's sick.
It was pretty rad. It was scary because, like, just being in a different country, that was the first time being out. And you realize, like, oh shit, something happens. Like, I'm kind of stuck here for a minute,
Yeah.
Like,
definitely food for thought there, huh?
Yeah, but you'll be fine. You'll be all right. All right, here I got a question for you. What is your Mount Rushmore of emo bands?
Okay. It depends on your definition of emo. So
whatever it means to you.
I'm just gonna say, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Emo is okay. My Chemical Romance.
Obviously.
The Used.
Nice.
I would say, fuck. I just don't know what if we call I'm gonna call Paramore emo. I'm gonna say Paramore. And then I'm gonna say, oh God, there's only 5 faces on Mount Rushmore, right?
4.
Fuck me.
You burned up 3 already.
I know, that sucks. Yo, Cam, if you had one more, I would say, God damn it. I'm stuck between a few right now, and I'm trying to make the decision on who. I'll
let you throw 2 out if you need to.
What do you okay. 2 more I can add?
Yeah, you can add 2 more. Oh, whoa, that's
do you see all these balloons?
Where did those balloons come from? Anyone just listening and not watching right now, TX2 has some superpowers here. He was able to produce some balloons on screen.
I don't even know where those balloons I don't even know where they came from. Okay. Then I'm going to say, ooh, Panic at the Disco, even though no one wants me to say them, but they honestly, dude, I mean, you gotta give Brendan credit for how many albums they have that kind of slap with all of the songs that slap. Okay. And then the last one I'm trying to decide between, Damn, Bring Me. Okay, does Bring Me? Okay, does Bring Me count as emo? Okay, then Bring Me. Of course, Bring Me.
I didn't realize it was going to be so excrucitioning, man. I'm so sorry.
Dude, I mean, think about how many emo bands there are and how many important bands. And then,
dude, tough.
Now I've just, all right.
Yeah, especially tough when you start playing into like modern bands like Bring Me and stuff. That really, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because then now it's like, I don't know. I'm just,
Well, that's good.
I'm just going by which bands I have the most albums of.
Yeah.
That's what I would go by.
Totally fair.
Yeah.
That was a good Mount Rushmore. I would watch that Mount Rushmore for sure.
What's your Mount Rushmore?
You would think I'd have an answer prepared if I asked the question. But
yeah, that's fair. That's
fair.
Yeah,
look, My Chemical Romance, obviously. I'm gonna, you know what? Hot take. I'm gonna throw Taking Back Sunday in there. I think Taking Back Sunday.
Good one. See, that was one of the
very
ones going.
underrated
Okay,
one.
continue.
Yeah. Fuck. Damn. Not. Yeah. Okay. I see where you're coming from now. This is hard.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because you only have so many, and then there's so many.
I'm gonna put Fall Out Boy in just because legends.
Right.
And so I don't think I could put Panic and Fall Out Boy in, so I'm just gonna go with Fall Out Boy if I had to pick one of those two. And then Paramore. Yeah, I think Paramore is a good choice too. Yeah.
I get it. I feel like that's the only, I don't know.
It's tough.
Tough question.
You know what's great? No matter what we say here, someone's gonna comment and tell us we're wrong.
Yeah, I know. That's the best part. Dude, you're setting yourself up for engagement. It's a good thing.
Like, how could you not mention the Ataris? Come on.
I know, dude. I know. I know. And then it gets down to like the like, then you get like the Get Scareds, and then it just keeps going, and then all those bands.
100%. All right, dude. Well, hey, I appreciate you taking time chatting with me, Evan. Where is the best place? Well, first of all, do you have any last minute plugs to get in that we didn't talk about?
No.
More balloons.
Dude, the balloons again.
The balloons are back.
I don't know what's happening. Where do they come from? Okay. TX2 is the artist name. If you want to check out, I just think if you're new, So Numb drops tomorrow when you listen to this. And I think that is the best starter. And I think that is the best track I think I've ever released. And I'm very proud of it.
What does TX2 mean? Are you allowed to say that? Are you allowed to divulge?
Yeah. Timothy is my legal first name. Thomas is my legal last name. And I was a big fan of Eminem also growing up. So that's T times 2, which is like the Eminem. But I made this name in high school, and it kind of sounds like a microwave. But I just like, this is a name that so many kids pretty much brutally bullied me under, and that I just need them to see it on a billboard one day, and then I'll chill. But that's the name TX2. It's a revenge mission.
I hate to do the classic, like, what does your band name mean? But I was very interested in what it stood for.
No, you're good. No, cool. Feel free to.
Where's the best place for everyone to find you and love you or hate on you on social media?
Great. Love or hate on @TX2 official on either TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all the above. TX2 official.
Very cool. And I've been Jesse Lee. You can find me @Jesse Lee on TikTok and Instagram, @Jesse Lee Show on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. And make sure to go, like I said, pre-save the new song So Numb. Should be out tomorrow, depending on when this podcast drops, or I don't know, maybe it's out already. Maybe I got lazy this week. Either way, go pre-save the song or stream the crap out of the song. And also make sure to share this podcast episode with somebody who doesn't suck. Dude, what is going on in the background?
I don't know.
All right, seriously, Evan has superpowers here. I'm not sure what he's doing. If you're only listening, please open up the screen and watch what Evan just did to the screen.
That was crazy. I have no clue how that. I swear on my life, I have no clue how that happened.
This is amazing. All right, you got some good CGI going back there. All right. Well, anyway, with that all being said, make sure, like I said, share this podcast episode with somebody that doesn't suck. Okay. Take it easy now, and bye-bye.